Should all our Goombas be forgot and never brought to mind? Well, now it's New Year, Dappy Jones, and I'm singing Auld Lang Syne. So, Evil Twin, another New Year, another New Year's party.
Yes, and once again, no one's come.
Yes, I don't understand that, because I invited so many great celebrities to our party.
No, Jesse, don't do this again.
Like, I invited Barry Chuckle.
No!
I invited Tinky Winky.
Good you, Jesse, why would you do that?
I invited Stephen Carl.
I don't want to hear this, why would you? No!
I invited Ken Dodd.
Why do you keep doing this, JC?
It's not my fault if everyone's suddenly unavailable at this time of year.
They're not unavailable, JC, they're dead!
I mean, I don't think they could be any less available.
I'm so done with this, I don't want to hear anymore.
No, but I invited Alice and Frank from The Vicar of Dibley.
You go and get yourself, JC, I'm done.
But I invited June Whitfield.
It's too soon, JC, she only died like 2 days ago.
You say too soon, I say topical.
Good you.
Okay, but also I did invite Stan Lee.
That's it, we're not friends anymore, JC.
Well, that joke gets more and more distasteful every year. Hello, peoples off the tube. Can you believe it? It's the end of the year. 2018 has been and gone like a thing that somehow happened really fast, but at the same time felt really, really drawn out, and it just was never ending. But it's about to end. It's currently, from my point of view, 7:30. So we've got, what, 4.5 hours? And then it's all over. And then 2019, it's probably, is it going to be more of the same? Who knows? Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's still 2018, and as is now customary, I'm doing an end of year video where I try and wrap up the year. And if nothing else, I will say this for it, 2018 has indeed been a year. It has been a year that happened, it occurred, it existed in the linear pattern. It fits somewhere between 2017 and 2019. Looking back on it, people will say, yes, that year did happen. So, 2018 in film. Let's start off with let's just start with film, because that's a fairly safe topic, isn't it? Films. I went to see some films this year. Jurassic World 2. Load of rubbish. There was Star Wars: A Solo Story. Star Wars. What's it called? No, it's just called Solo. It was just called Solo: A Star Wars Story. It's alright. Kind of a nothing movie. What else? I've got a list down there. I should really have it up near the camera. Bohemian Rhapsody. Loved that one. That was great. That's like one of the best films I saw this year. I get some of the criticisms. There have been a few criticisms. Some of them are fair. On the whole, though, loved it. Great film. Recommend for sure. One that I didn't know about really until I went to see it, but it surprised me by being really good and I enjoyed it a lot, was a film called On Chesil Beach. Now, I'm probably going to pronounce her name wrong. Saoirse Ronan, she was in it. More excitingly for me, BB Cave was in it. That was nice. I didn't know she was in it until I saw her name at the start, so that was great. I love BB Cave. She's my favourite. That's why she's on my wall. So that was a great film. It's a very low-key film. Not a lot of things happen in it, but like it's actually shot on film, which is always nice because not much is nowadays. It's got a nice grain texture to it, and it's just an interesting bit. The ending, they kind of had a lot of stuff happen at the end that didn't really need to be there. It didn't really add much. Apart from that, though, I liked it. I liked that a lot. I saw the Avengers: Infinity War. Now, the thing is, right, I don't really bother with the superhero films. Out of all the Marvel films to date, before Infinity War, I'd just seen the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. That was it. Nothing else. So, fortunately, they're so omnipresent in pop culture nowadays that I knew everything. Everything I needed to know, I knew who they all were, pretty much. Like some of them, I was like, I don't really know who that is. But for the most part, I knew who everyone was. It was fine. I quite enjoyed it. I only went to see it because the Guardians of the Galaxy were in it, and like I like those ones, so I didn't want to be confused when Guardians 3 happens. But like, will there be a Guardians 3? I don't know. Fantastic Beasts 2 didn't really do much for me. Just, there's too much going on while simultaneously not enough going on. There's no like at the end of the film, you've been there for 2.5 hours or however long it is, and you feel like you've accomplished nothing. It's a shame because I like some elements. Jude Law's Dumbledore was surprisingly good. I wanted Jared Harris because obviously Richard Harris's son, that would be nice. But no. But yeah, Jude Law's Dumbledore was absolutely fine. Um, there was something else that was okay in that film. I don't know. It was a bit of a mess. I tell you what, I did enjoy Mission Impossible 6. Up until this year, I had seen Mission Impossible 1 and 2 quite a while ago, and I was watching through them on Netflix, but they didn't have 3, so I kind of stopped. I managed to find 3, and then I watched 4 and 5, and then 6 all in the space of about a week. So that was intense, but they're quite fun. The Mission Impossible films, like I feel like they some of the early ones kind of take themselves a bit seriously. By the later ones, they're not taking themselves all that seriously. They sort of worked out what's silly, and they just sort of go with it. And I like that. I can appreciate that. You know, the Scooby Doo mask. It's not it's silly, but they know it's silly. They treat it as a silly thing. All this running on buildings and just ridiculous running sequences. It's funny. And they know it's funny, and they play with it, and it's good. And I think 6 was probably one of the better ones. I liked 3. 3 was quite good. Um, 4 and 5 were fine, and they're playing more with it. But I think 6 is the best of the more recent ones. So that's my review of that one film. What else did I see? Incredibles 2. It's fine. It's fine. It's no Incredibles 1, but it's one of the better sequels. I liked it. I liked the new superheroes. There was I don't remember what she did now. There's a girl with her hair went like that. I forget. Could she make portals? Was she the one that made? I think she made portals. Uh, and there's the old man that like vomited on things with acid, and there's a big strong guy. Um, yeah, I liked it. I liked that. That was fine. So that was film, television. Um, I've definitely watched some television. There's been quite a lot of things. I feel like I've watched a lot of miniseries this year, but at the same time, I can't think offhand of any of them because Safe House 2, that was last year. Um, I've definitely watched some television. The big thing with television this year, Doctor Who's been on. I mean, Doctor Who's on most years. It's not on this coming year. No Doctor Who this. There's an episode tomorrow, then that's it. But Series 11, it happened. I liked it. I know it seems like that's a dangerous opinion, and I mean, I suspect probably any opinion, like any moderate opinion, is going to be seen as a strong version of that opinion by people who have a strong version of the opposite opinion. If you know what I'm saying, the people that really hate it, if you say, yeah, I quite liked it, I thought it was fine, they're gonna be like, no, you love it too much, and then likewise, I suspect some people that are really mad about it are going to say, you quite like it? Do you mean you absolutely hate it? No, I do not mean it. I liked it. It had some shortcomings. Uh, some of the episodes weren't great. I wasn't that keen on the one where with the pating, the little thing that eats the bits of metal. That episode did nothing for me. Spider's episode was meh. Um, the last episode was a bit disappointing. It was okay. And the one with the chase across the desert didn't really do much for me. Which I know that's like half the episodes, but the historical Rosa and the alien, the demons of the Punjab, loved those. They were great, really strong episodes. If there'd been maybe one, oh no, and Kerblam, I really liked also. But if there'd been one more really, really strong one, just one further episode, I think that would have just got it onto the really good level. It wasn't quite there. Jodie as the Doctor I love. She's perfect. Well, I mean, the writing still needs a bit of work, but as a performance, she sold me before I saw her in the show. Seeing her in person, she seems so nice. I've done a video about that already, so we won't repeat myself. But yeah, Jodie's Doctor, I like a lot. The companions, Graham, he's just so wonderful. I could just watch Graham as the only companion quite happily because he's great. But I mean, he works better with the other people to bounce off, particularly obviously Ryan. Some people aren't so keen on Ryan, apparently. I don't really see that some people don't like his performance. I think he's quite good. I think he's very good with Graham. That's a nice, you really need Ryan for Graham to fully work, and that's lovely. Yaz, I think, kind of felt a bit undercooked. I think they need to, if everyone's back next year, they need to focus a bit more on Yaz and build up her character. Because I think it's because Ryan and Graham are kind of a collective. Having Yaz, she just doesn't have any that to boost her up. The other two kind of climb up on each other, and she just sort of stands down here. But yeah, on the whole, I liked it all. And of course, we've got an episode tomorrow, and maybe that'll be the great episode that I want. That'll just lift the series up enough for me to be really happy with it. It's a shame we've not got any more Doctor Who after that for like a year. That's really annoying. But it's pretty much the normal now. We had series 9, then about a year and a half until series 10, then about a year and a half until series 11. Series 7 is split across 2 years. They've been doing this on and off for ages. I'm just kind of used to it, but it still bugs me because the viewing figures have been great. They should be putting. I mean, I'm sure they've got their reasons, but if it was me, the viewing figures were that good. I'd be like, okay, let's put it out at the same time next year when everyone will be like, let's come back and do that thing we did. But I mean, perhaps there's a reason why I don't schedule television. Also, for Doctor Who for me, I've nearly completed my Doctor Who DVD collection, so this is exciting. I've now got, as of today, there's only 4 classic series stories that I don't have, and also the last 2 new series, not the series 10 or 11. I do have Twice Upon a Time, but yeah, so that's exciting. Doctor Who, and tell you what else, right? I now have a copy of my favourite Doctor Who story, right? Because you might not know this, but my favourite Doctor Who story is Genesis of the Daleks, and I now have a copy. I've got so many copies. If you want to send me a copy of Genesis of the Daleks, please don't. Please don't. I have so many. I've got like 9 copies, I think now. It's ridiculous. Next year, I'll probably, like, I imagine at this rate, I've got 4 left to get now. I'll probably complete the collection at some point in the coming year. I'll do a video of it. I'll do a little video saying da, 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 I did it, and then I'll maybe do my Genesis of the Daleks collection because I've got a whole corner of the Doctor Who shelves just for Genesis. It's mad. So what else has this year had? Politics. Can we skip politics? It's all kind of horrible. No, I don't like it. It's so much stuff. It's just everyone is really angry, and everyone just seems so unreasonable nowadays. Maybe I'm naive, and there's no maybe I am very naive, but I feel like if everyone was just like a little bit nicer to each other, then everything would be better. But obviously, it's not that simple. I get that. It makes me sad sometimes when everyone's just so angry. Sport. I don't usually talk about sport because I'm not into it, like any of it. I don't really care. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just indifferent. But this year, the Football World Cup happened. I mean, it happens I want to say every 4 years, like the Olympics. I remember it happening when I was in Menorca the first time, so that would have been 2010. And I feel like it's only happened once between then and now, so that would be that's 8 years ago. So yeah, every 4 years. And every year I managed to kind of tune out. The last 2 I was away during the World Cup for a big chunk of it. This year I wasn't so much, and I think England did better than usual. So I'm not from England, so there's already a slight disconnect. But most of my friends are also not from England, and in fact, I have one friend from England, debatably one, we'll say one, who was not going on about the football. But a lot of my friends who are not English were going on about the football and England. Sewage and Goomba, I'm going to call these two out, these clowns, were going on and on and on about it. I was it a bit? I don't know. I'm really bad at reading them. Were they just pretending to care for humorous effect? Maybe. I just did not care at all, and I just kept hearing about it so much. I wouldn't mind if I didn't hear about it so much. It was constant. And then at the last little bit of the World Cup, when it was just finishing off, I was away. I was out in the wilderness. This ties into later. I was invited on a hike. Technically it was a stag do, and you might think, am I even like eligible to go on a stag do anymore? Probably not. But let's not go into that. I was on it. I was present. It wasn't really. It was a hike. There was like a week-long hike. I didn't want to do the whole thing because I'm kind of funny about where I go to the toilet. I don't really like. I don't like going outside. It's not. And I was told on the days, there's 3 nights I was there for. I was told on those nights there would be access to it, like at least an actual bathroom. I was misled. That was not the case. I got to go to the toilet I think twice in the 3 nights I was there. That's very little. You don't want to hear about that. But anyway, on this hike, I the Football World Cup was still happening. Half of the people on it sneaked off to watch the semi-final, the on the second day while we were supposed to be setting up camp. They all just buggered off and abandoned us, and pretended they hadn't. They came back with some wood, said, "Oh, we were off getting firewood." So that was already kind of a nuisance. On the third day I was there, we had a massive. This is the only day we did any hiking. We did this massive hike to get to this pub where we were going to have our dinner that night. But we got there, we marched at a ridiculous pace to get there for whatever time kickoff was, and they watched the Football World Cup, which is fine. I can't really begrudge them that, but I was there, so I just watched it. It's only the second game of football I've watched in my entire life. I've seen like 2-second clips of football, but I'd only ever once before watched a game of football, and I was bored by it then. And gosh, I was bored by this. Like, because Spam was saying, "Oh yeah, this is the finest example of this football at its best. It's a World Cup. It's the best in the world." I was like, okay. It was 2 hours of guys like walking up to each other and just then falling over and pretending they got hurt. It was just that constantly. Is this entertainment? Is this what people like? I don't get it. Why would that be? It was awful. I hated it so much. And then there was a brief teaser trailer for Doctor Who in the middle of it. That was something. But oh gosh darn, that was tedious. So I suppose me, what have I been up to this year? I've not made anywhere near as many videos. My videos have been very sporadic. There's been a reason for that, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. What have I actually done this year? Lots of performing still. I'm still busy treading the boards. I had my show with Integrated Performance Group in what was that? Early June, and I was the star. I was on the poster. It was quite nice. It was called Willy Wonder's Splendid Hotel, and I was the titular Willy Wonder. Then we did it again in October, early October. Yeah, in Findhorn. I've been back in the hotel shows. I thought that was all stopped, and it wasn't. I've been in loads of shows this year on holiday. You've seen them in what I did in my holidays, part D and E, or is it E and F? There was going to be one for this holiday just being. I was only in 2 shows, and one of them the footage is so bad. I was like, that's not much point. I probably won't bother putting the footage from the last one up just because the quality is terrible. Not the quality of my performance, the quality of the footage. But just to clarify, I was great. I was passable. But yeah, one thing we didn't do, and anyone that follows with great attentiveness my videos might have noticed this. No street theatre this year. It didn't happen. So disappointed. The whole street theatre festival didn't happen. It wasn't just me. It didn't. It wasn't just the class. The whole thing, just nothing. And I went into town on the Saturday, what would be the last day of the street theatre festival if it had been on, and the place was so quiet. And on that day, the 2 years I've been in it, the whole town's been packed with people because people come in to see what's going on, and they didn't because there wasn't anything going on. It was really sad. So I mean, let's not beat about the bush. there is a playlist in the middle of this year's run of videos called Bad Jemitin Has a Breakdown. I've not been having the best of years. I've kind of a lot of things that I've been ignoring for a very long time, and I was able to ignore them individually. They all kind of crept up on me at once, and I kind of got knocked off my perch a bit. Everything kind of, I got a bit overwhelmed. Um, I'm not going to delve. I'm not going. I mean, there's not a video about what exactly is going on because, to be honest, although I have talked to some people about what's going on, there are people that know what's what. At the same time, I'm not ready to just openly say to the world, "Hello, this is what's up." I'm aware that most of the people that watch my videos are the same people that I know. There's not many like strangers watching these, but you know what it's like. At the same time, I mean, I'm not exactly making a secret of it. It's just I'm not particularly able to discuss as yet. But suffice to say, I'm just I'm trying to sort myself out, get a grip on where exactly I am. It's I've gotten very down this year, to be honest. It's not been a cheery year. I've letting myself get quite worked up about the whole thing, and I've gotten quite upset frequently. And I've had like other things come in to sort of compound on this as well. Is that in and of itself having a bit of an identity crisis is not great, but then just other things. When you're already not great, other things that come in that are bad, they make it worse. They make it so much worse than they would otherwise be, or than how you are anyway would otherwise be. Um, and it's been just like a lot of little things. I was visiting my grandmother for like a week, and she's starting to get a bit sort of dementia, and it's really like upsetting to see because she still knows who like people are up to a point, but it's her grasp on what's going on and how everyone sort of, although she knows this is this person, I know this person, exactly how they tie into her and into each other. It's like I always say it's like if you binge watch a TV series, and then like a year and a half passes, and then they put out series two, and you start watching it, and like, okay, I know who that character is. I recognize that character. I've seen that character before, but I don't remember what the story is with them. It's kind of like that, and it's very I mean, seeing that is upsetting anyway. Staying with her for a week, you see all the really extremes of how things are. I mean, you don't want to hear about that. It's not really maybe isn't the platform to talk about that either. But it's quite upsetting if you're already easily upsettable. I also had a rather unexpected and unpleasant clash with a certain famous YouTuber who is apparently very popular, and I've had clashes with this person far enough in the past that I thought we were fine. I mean, I wouldn't pretend that I like this person, and I knew well fine that he doesn't like me. That's fine. As far as I was aware, civil discourse had at least been achieved. You know, co- communication could happen without anything unpleasant happening. We passed out at that point. I mean, how we got to it being bad, I will admit, is largely my fault. But you know, I thought I'd tidy things up. That things were all right. I was wrong. I sent a reply to a tweet from this person in like October, and gosh, like I'm still because I've asked for clarification on this and I've got none. Um, it was just such an angry and hateful like response. It was like, hey, I think I mean I won't bore you with the details again, but basically like, oh, this person is saying this. Well, and I reply, well, are they saying that? I don't think they are. They're not directly saying that. Maybe just let's just assume the best. You can't assume the best. You're a bad person. It not so many words, but basically that. I don't. I mean, yeah. I can't say I'm my own favorite person right now, but you know, given how bad I've been feeling this year, I didn't think anyone hated me more than I do, and I was wrong. And that was very upsetting. I got a lot more upset than really I should about that. I'm still kind of upset about that because that was October, late October, early November, and honestly, I mean that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm still kind of hung up about this. Um, he's probably not going to see this. I don't think he watches my videos. If you do, I did send you a message like asking if we could clear this up. I'm still I'm still quite upset about it. I'm quite happy to talk about this if you want to. If not, I don't know. But yeah, so everything is it's been very upsetting. That's been it the whole year. It's just been that everything that would upset me like a bit has upset me a lot because I'm already upset. It's like a base level of trouble, betroubledness. But anyway, the gloomy things. Do we really need to focus so much on them? They're important. They're relevant. But let's not. I've not done anything silly. And honestly, for a while, I felt like it could go either way. I'm still here. I'm still with us. I've made it into the new year intact. So that is at least something. And I'm going to try really hard this year. I'm going to try and just sort myself out. I'm going to try and like achieve something, some clarity in myself, or peace of mind, or just I just want that's my ambition for this coming year. I want I want to still make it to this point of next year and say, yep, things that year was a bad year, but this one's been better. That's what I'm aiming for, and I've got a lot of people that are there for me, and I think sometimes I do them a bit of a disservice by constantly just not taking anything from them. They are there, they're wanting to help, and I just mope, and I am sorry to those people. I know it must be frustrating, and I appreciate that you're still around after all of this. But I am going to try. I'm going to try really hard, and thanks for thanks for sticking around. I think in your position, I mean, I'd like to think that I would do the same, but I feel like if someone messed me around as much as I mess everyone around, I'd just be done with them. So like I said, I really appreciate it. It's I you're the people that get me by. I'm you know. So but yeah, it's too sentimental. It's too sentimental. Next year it's gonna be better. This year kind of sucked. Didn't like it. Um, we didn't do a bit on celebrity deaths because yes, we did. But the celebrities died, and we did a sketch about it, and it's really tasteless. But yeah. Oh, Barry Chuckle's funeral. That was another one. That was when I was at my grandmother's for the week. I was just too many emotions going on then. That was not good. Anyway, um, video production will continue to be sporadic because I'm not working to a schedule anymore. But I'll put out a video sometime when it's still festive season because technically the Christmas period lasts until 12th night, which is on the 5th. And I did make another Christmas video that was just like me riffing as JP when I did the JC and Evil Twin video. So I'm going to put that one. I'll put that one up because why not? I filmed it. It's taking up space on my computer. Other than that, hopefully Detectives 8 will come eventually. Sherlock episode 4. That's going to take a lot of work. What else? I don't know. We'll see. Until then, though, thank you for watching this video. It's been like a half hour. It's too long, I know. I ramble. I just ramble so much. Thank you for watching. Have a nice year. will be a nice year. Because if it's not, like, again, I just don't know. Like, what am I going to do then?
Traffic on the hour.